Hi friends, Marcia here. It's been a minute. I've been really busy, literally just occupied with multiple things here recently, but just wanted to come on and just share some things today because I'm sharing my journey. For those of you who don't know me, Marcia, live in the zone in Santo Domingo here in the Dominican Republic. I'm a retired physician, and yeah, I now live here in the zone, and I'm quite pleased. Um, I offer tours for people who have an interest in retiring or relocating here. And I have so much going on that I actually have to cancel my May tour. The August and the October tours are still scheduled at this point. But just to share some things with you guys, because I've been sharing my journey from medicine to moving abroad. So, a lot of people talk about, the healthcare here, the provision of medical services here. And I just wanted to share my experience because I think it's important, to just share experiences, good or bad, ugly, right, wrong, whatever. And so I had my annual mammogram. It was due, and I actually delayed it to have it done here. And my neighbor actually gave me the doctor that she was seeing, and it's a large group, a very impressive group actually, of medical professions. And I went, and it was very, very professional. The staff was very, very polite. Um, very highest of technology, very clean. In and out, no sitting in the lobby for 45 minutes to an hour waiting. And then when I compared the price versus the mammograms in Los Angeles County, which start at 200 and they go all the way up to 2,000, depending on how in depth your mammogram is. But here, I spent $63 for a mammogram that would have cost my insurance company in Los Angeles a lot more than that, I'm sure. But I've also had lab work done. When you go to a doctor here and you tell them you just want to see how you're doing, they order a full scope of lab. I mean, chest x-ray, ultrasound, cardiac stress test on the treadmill, and a full scope of lab. They get everything here, and I like that. Because here, I am left with the impression that they're not treating to satisfy the insurance company or to keep the costs for the insurance company low. They're actually treating the patient here. That's my impression so far. But and I like that. But I also wanted to share some other experiences that I've had. Some things that I've noticed that when I'm walking around, either in the car or in the mall or in a store or just walking through my neighborhood, going here and there, I notice that there's always somebody watching you. There's always someone, whether it's close to you or at a distance from you. And I've noticed that. And what I've also noticed that person that's watching you, you might think that, oh, this person is trying to size me up for this, for that, for some nefarious activity, right? But no. I've had people who've been watching me can kind of see that I might be confused about something, can kind of see that I may just need some help. They will come up, and what they want to know, the only thing they want to know is what is it that you need, where is it that you're trying to go, so that they can help you. That's been my experience time after time after time. And when you're new, sometimes you just don't know where something is, and people are watching you, and their only goal is to help you, to rescue you, basically. My tire pressure was low in my car, and I saw that on my dash that it was low. And I knew that there was a tire place next to the electrical company, Este. And so I said, when I go to Este, I'm going to go to the tire place and I'm going to have them check the pressure on my tire, right? Because it wasn't drastically low, but it was low and it was showing up, right? So I get there early, and there's a group of guys standing out in front of the tire shop. but it has not opened yet. And I pulled in and I kind of said, hey, my tire, and I pointed to the tire and I went, psh, and they understood. Totally understood. And he says, but this place is closed for today. They're not going to open today. I'm like, oh. And I stood there for a minute. He goes, but, and he said it in Spanish, but enough Spanish and clear enough that I understood that he said, there's another one up the street. I'll show you. And I didn't know that he was going to go with me. I thought he was just going to point it out for me. He got on his motorcycle, put on his helmet, and he had me to follow him. And he actually rode his motorcycle in front of my car and actually took me to another tire place that was open. And he just pulled up in front. He pointed for me to go in, and then he just took off. So those are my experiences, guys. And I could go on and on and on. with experiences like I left my wallet in the colmado. I went to get a Presidente, and yeah, I didn't realize it for like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm like, hey, where's my coin purse? I had like quite a few pesos in that coin purse, and I go, oh my God, I left it at the colmado. And I thought, oh, Marcia, you know, in a city this large, don't even think about going back. You know, thinking it's going to be there. But I said, oh, well, I'll go and I'll try. Sure enough, there it was. They had it behind the counter, holding it up the moment I walked into the colmado. So, yeah, I've met a lot of good people here, guys. And I guess that's why I love it. So I hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday. I'm definitely enjoying mine. And I'll continue to share my journey from medicine to retiring abroad. Bye, guys.